And that's when you whisper.
Yo everyone, I'm Yad KG. Here is me again. This video is the last video before my exam in this whole semester, but it doesn't matter at all. I just announced that in this video. No one really must know that. Anyway, today I will be talking casually about this masterpiece in my heart, Violet Evergarden. Okay, first of all, here's a spoiler warning. This video contains spoiler of the anime because I just want to make the video longer than the last one. But if you don't care, please just keep watching that. Then give you a little bit prequel of me making the video. Actually, I finished watching Violet Evergarden in maybe 2020 around, and until I made this video, I have yet rewatched it, so I may have to refer some info on internet. Bear with me, by the way. Violet Evergarden, a fantasy anti-war therapeutic anime, was made by Kyoto Animation in 2018. Now it has 13 episodes, an OVA movie, an OVA, and a finale movie. The movie was released in 2020. It completed the whole plot of the anime. Speaking of Kyoto Animation, I can't not mention some anime made by them. Planet, K-On!, Nichijou, Hyoka, Sound Euphonium, etc, etc. If you have already known this company, I don't need to say more. I love most of the anime made by them. I think I have watched over half of the amounts of them as well. It's pretty much like a company that got me into anime. That there's an accident about Kyoto Animation is that there was once a fire hazard. I believe it is in 2019, just like after Violet Evergarden. The original stuff was burnt or something. Luckily, they eventually released the movie in 2020. That's great. Also, I'm not getting into the subject of fire hazard just because I don't know the detail. Okay, enough talking about the things that are not about the anime itself. Let's get back to that. At the same time, let me refer the brief plot explanation on Wikipedia. The story revolves around auto memory dolls, Jidoshiki Ningyo, people initially employed by a scientist named Dr. Orland to assist his blind waifu, Molly, in writing her novels, and later hired by other people who needed their services. In the present time, the term refers to the industry of writing for others. The story follows Violet Evergarden's journey of reintegrating back into society after the war is over, as she is no longer a soldier, and her search for her life's purpose in order to understand the last words her mentor and guardian, Major Gilbert, had told her, "I love you." Now it's my turn to tell the synopsis of the story. Hope I can do better than the Wikipedia's one. At first, the protagonist, Violet Evergarden, lost her hands during a war. After the war was over, she was taken over by a colonel called Claudia Hawkins, who will also act as a guardian. Before the war, she was being taken care of by another colonel called Gilbert, who adopted her by an incident, had her fight in the war as well, just like a tutor coach of her. But this guy anecdotally died during the war, so it seems kind of like Claudia doing the job Gilbert was doing. Also, Violet had mechanical arm in the first place. I don't remember who gave her the mechanical arm. Anyway, then Violet got to work for a post office as an auto-mem war doll. And basically the stories after were all involved in the work as she was doing. One day, she was given a letter that seemed had been written by Gilbert. The last line on the letter was, "I loved you." Obviously, as a war machine, Violet doesn't know what it means at all. So Violet starts her journey on understanding what the meaning of "I love you" is. This is what the anime sounds like. In additionally, I don't remember any plots of the OVA or something, but I do remember vividly in the ending movie, Gilbert was found alive. Finally, they kind of confessed to each other and told what they had been thinking about, etc., etc., as some cliche you can think of. Huh. Okay, of the things aforementioned is what I think the synopsis is about. Here's some personal thoughts about the anime. I think it is more of an art as opposed to anime. It is just like a gorgeous anime with beautiful artwork, which is like the medieval style where you can see a lot of old-fashioned stuff. And for me, as a kid who hasn't grown up, an underage person, I guess I should know more about love, shouldn't I? This anime didn't really teach me what love is, but it definitely made me think about it. Also, the protagonist does a shit ton of things in order to understand what a sentence means for a long time. That's a kind of perseverance that I better learn at least a little bit. When I first saw the art style and the type of story, was just thinking it was gonna be boring till some point. But it turns out it's a little bit like Anohana if you have seen this anime, which is a very touching anime. So I do certainly think the touching level of Violet Evergarden is the same as Anohana. I was crying for Anohana for at least a good 2 episodes. Moreover, I watched the Violet movie in theater, or maybe cinema, I'm not sure. I busted crying, not aloud, but tear was going down from my eyes. I couldn't help but take out a t-shirt that I brought with me in case I would cry too hard. I had reckoned that I would cry during the show. I don't know if it is surprising. The other people around me at the cinema seemed to be crying as well. I just could sense that they were crying a little bit because I was too focusing on the movie, didn't pay attention to the reaction of others when it came to the scene where Gilbert and Violet confessed to each other, for example. Last but not the least, I love the voice acting so much as well, and that was the first time I got to know the voice actor of Violet, Ishikawa Yui. She has played not lots of roles on anime, I think, such as Misaka from Attack on Titan and Koto Katakura from Girlish Number. They are probably the most famous ones acted by her. Well, that's as much as I wanna say in this video. If you like it, please subscribe, like, and share the video. It's been YadKG, a massive weeb trying to express ideas in a clumsy way. See you next time wherever it will be. Mata.